What's up, Downtown Luke? Back again. We're going to start with the first game of the night. Pacers OKC finals rematch. Kind of a semifinal rematch in the fact that multiple key players were missing from both teams. So this game didn't really give us a lot that we can really take from it, because with all the players missing, I don't like looking at it and making any kind of reactions or any overreactions. The Pacers are exactly who I thought. They're competitive, but they're just not fluid. They don't have any offensive identity except go score. Without the Halle Magic, the Halle Band, the Pacers are still a fringe bottom playoff team in the East. OKC was missing 3 of their key players, and they still look miles ahead of the Pacers. We can't confuse playing hard and being competitive with actually being a good team. It will take them places, but it's not going to take them where they want to go, like to the finals again. And with the other team, the Thunder are on pace for 82 overtime games. That's just not going to happen. And our MVP and finals MVP has more free throws made than field goals taken. That is something that everyone's going to complain about. He does get fouled sometimes. He doesn't get fouled every time. But when you see the staggering differences in other people's play and how they get officiated versus him, there is a little issue. Also, I really think people are going to start trying to foul him harder because they're getting frustrated with the refs. So if they're going to get called a foul, they're going to foul him. And I really want to see them lean more with AJ Mitchell and Chet and diversify some of that offense so it doesn't look so heliocentric with SGA. Overall, I'm not impressed with the Thunder. I'm expecting them to win by double digits against a depleted Pacers team. In the second game of the night, I said Steph Curry was going to hit 10 threes. Well, somebody hit 10 threes, but it wasn't a Warrior, and it wasn't Curry. It was Aaron Gordon. Like, who would have foresaw that someone would have hit 10 threes and it'd be Aaron Gordon? We about to glaze Aaron Gordon real quick. Aaron Gordon is such a talent. He never complains. He's never been in trouble. He's always in the right position on the floor. And they throw him in different positions. They ask him to play the dunker. They ask him to shoot. They ask him to dunk. They ask him to do everything, and he does it, and he does it really well. He evolved. He's one of the rare cases where he evolved from a franchise player for a bad franchise to a star role player on a good franchise. And yes, that is a true evolution. Every team needs a guy like Aaron Gordon. Most teams can't find one. Hey, yo, y'all remember when Aaron Gordon was at the All-Star game, though, trying to holler at Addison Rae? Saying, that's my middle name. He's truly an underrated player. Play on, AG. I see you, player. I see you. We're not going to talk too much about the Denver Nuggets per se, because they played like the Denver Nuggets have played the last 5 years. Jokic is incredible. Jamal Murray is playing better early than he usually does. So it's going to lead to wins. They going to get wins. And then when we're going to look at the Warriors jumped out to a huge lead. 10-0. Then just completely just evaporated. Like their mentality was gone. Steve Kerr said he wasn't worried about their play so much about their sense of urgency, and you could see they had none. We're also not going to mention how Kerr messes up lineups. Like, I don't understand what he's trying to do. I mean, I do understand you want to get everybody a little bit of run time, but man, when you're trying to win games, you got to win key games against other people in the West. Do these experiments against Portland that you play in tonight. Like, why are we experimenting with lineups against key games? And this is how the Warriors somehow find themselves in the standings, like in the 6th place when they should be in the 2nd and 3rd place. We really got to talk about this man, and y'all know who I'm talking about. In a night where SGA goes for 55 points in a double overtime, Curry goes for 42. But 35 of those were after the first half. And everybody wants to say Curry's a front runner, but he is nowhere near front running in this game. This is truly why 30 is the face of the league. His shots create a pop, a visceral effect on the TV, in the arena. The announcers feel it. Everyone feels it when Curry hits a shot. Curry is officially the second greatest player ever, behind Michael Jordan only. Nobody else is close, except person I'm about to talk about in a little second. Debate your doorknob. Don't debate me, debate your doorknob. This reminds me of a specific day in history, January 22nd, 2006. Well, no, that is the day Kobe Bryant put 81 up in regulation against the Toronto Raptors. I think sometimes we really forget just how crazy and insane Kobe Bryant was. I mean, 81 regulation. And they needed just about all of those buckets. They were not winning until the third quarter. The late, great Kobe Bryant is number 3 all time. Behind Curry, behind Jordan. Debate over. I am now 11-5 on the season. We had a good night last night, 2-0. Games were good. NBA been delivering for us all year so far. Now the NBA set to deliver us another huge load for day 4. We got 12 games around the association tonight, so let's dig in. First game of the night, we're going to start with the Bucks. And y'all know what it is. We're picking the Bucks until they lose, and probably still after that. The Bucks are going to win the championship. Giannis is the only player, and the Bucks are the only team that gives me that warm and fuzzy inside that nobody else can replicate, apparently. And game 2 of the night, it's the Hawks versus Orlando and Desmond Bain and his Gotham Knights. I tell you what, the Hawks better win this game, or I know the fix is in. And Trae Young is trying to play himself onto another team. And honestly, it's hard to blame him with the talent they get around him. Next, we taking the Cavs by double digits over the Nets. Not much to say there. The Nets are not good. They're just not good, and the Cavs are good. Knicks over the Celtics. This is going to be a good game. I just don't really know what to think of the Celtics without Jason Tatum. Get well soon, man. They really need you over there. You're the real MVP of that team. Take the Pistons over the Rockets. I'm going to go ahead and take my first shot from downtown today and say the Pistons win by 15, and that Cade Cunningham gets a triple-double. He didn't get the first of the season. That belongs to Nikola Jokic, but he going to get the second of the season tonight. Every single game I watch, I feel like the Rockets look worse and worse when I see other teams in comparison to them. On this Rockets team, KD is going to need 30 every night for them to win. Every night. We know he can do it, but the Magic 8 Ball says it's going to be doubtful. Next, we got the Grizz. And they are criminally slept on. Criminally, but not for long. The Grizz. John Morant got the Grizz coming every night. Super pause. Let me say that again. John Morant has the Grizzlies ready to play against the other basketball teams every night. Better. And for my second shot of downtown for the day, I got Wemby getting unmasked by Zion Williamson and his Scooby-Doo gang of misfits that we call the New Orleans Pelicans. Turns out Wemby is human and not an alien like we think he is. Or, wait, is he? Jordan Poole going to have a pool party, 35 points tonight. He's impressing them baddies tonight. You already know. Dallas versus the Wiz. Wiz is another one of them Nets teams that just, I'm not even sure what they should do at this point. Cooper Flag might get a triple-double tonight. This is triple-double alert for Cooper Flag. He's on notice. And as far as the Wizards, an expansion team with the draft would be better than this team that they got put together. The Mavs are going to win easily. And this is the game of the night. Prime time, baby. It's the Wolves versus the Lakers on Amazon Prime Video. It really don't get better than this. Luka versus Ant-Man. They're going to be jawing back and forth at each other. And if the coverage is anything like the NFL, we are in for a treat. I can't wait to see what they got for us at Amazon Prime for the NBA. I'm calling it now. Ant-Man is posterizing DeAndre Ayton. That is for sure. The Lakers are going to look sloppy, and you're going to have the fan base wondering if they really won this Luka trade with the Mavs. and if Luka is their real savior. Not today, not tonight, folks. Wolves by 8. I'll be flipping between the Wolves and the other game of the night for me. Warriors versus Portland Trailblazers. But y'all might be surprised for me to say, I feel like this is a trap game for the Warriors. They are on the first back-to-back of the NBA season. Day 4 of the NBA season. Kerr going to have some really, really outrageous, outlandish rotations tonight. Because he's going to say it's in the name of rest. And the Warriors lose by 9 after being down by double digits most of the game. I really hope I'm wrong, but I've seen this movie before. All of us Warriors fans have seen this movie before. So I got to take Portland in this one. And then we round out the night with 2 games and 4 teams that are just unpredictable. I think I'm going to pick the Kings over the Jazz. I'm still not sold on the Jazz. I didn't learn any more of their names because I don't think they're going to win many more games. They might win 20 all season. And the Kings was cheated last game. Zach LaVine definitely hit a 3. Feet were way behind the line, and they called it a 2 in the fourth quarter. Why are not all threes made in the last 2 minutes of the games reviewable? They should be independently reviewing them. We don't have to stop the game for a review, but they should definitely get that fixed. And finally, the last game of the night, I have the Clippers. They're finally at home where Steve Ballmer might hide a little couple grand in that hospitality room for them referees, if you know what I'm saying. Clips by 7, Kings by 15, 20. Something a lot, though. A lot. Jazz ain't going to get away with this 20-point win that they had on the Clippers. Now, come in here a little close. Come. This is where I'm going to put the biggest, boldest take of the NBA season that you ain't never seen nowhere else. You ain't going to see anywhere else, but you're going to hear it here. James Harden is not long for LA. The NBA is going to come down hard on the Clippers. Hard. And I don't think they can afford to after this FBI investigation stuff that's going on. They got to show that they're capable of controlling their lead. Kawhi's contract's going to be voided. They're going to lose multiple draft picks. So I think they're going to have to trade James Harden just to recoup some value that they're going to lose. He's still a good enough player where he can command a couple first-round picks. Maybe some other owners will take pity on Steve Ballmer and give him some first-round picks and a couple rotational players. But this is where the take gets deep. Ty Lue, Chris Paul, and big boy Zubac will have this team humming, which is going to lead to Zubac being second-team All-NBA and Chris Paul being third-team All-NBA this late in his career. Don't get it twisted, guys. Chris Paul can still ball. He is a baller. And you put him with Ty Lue and big boy Zubac and that bench that they got, they going to make some noise. I really, truly believe. Chris Paul might mess around and lead the lead in assists at this age. I know this sounds impossible, but an active NBA coach that's a Hall of Famer and an active NBA player that's a starter on most teams were just arrested by the FBI day 3 of the season for mob ties, fixing games, illegal poker schemes, X-ray glasses. Nah, player. Chris Paul, third-team All-NBA, is more realistic than what I just said, and that happened. So, downtown out.